wait. Just give me a couple minutes. It's been a big scramble today to get here to the crafting table. So if you're here, let me know and I'll get everything set up and we'll get started. Whew, it's been a busy day. This is the closest I've ever cut it here. Oh, let's see here. All right, we have Donna and Sue and Debbie, Elizabeth. Hello, hello. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. Just a little busy today. I wanted to be a little bit more prepped with the ribbon, but that's just how it went today. I had a doctor's appointment and just a big rush today. One of those days. Hey, Kelly. Hi, Lori. Welcome, welcome. All right, let me just get everything situated and we're going to get started. I've had the sign from Dollar Tree. I've had it in my stash for a long time and I really want to use this today. I've been really kind of scrambling about what I was going to do today. I was going back and forth between two different designs and I decided that we're going to do a cruffle wreath together. We haven't done one of those yet together here live, and I can always go pop on live and do the other one that I wanted to do on the 17-inch heart wreath frame. So we'll get them both done. Hey Vonnie, welcome everyone. All right, let me just kind of get my bearings. And hey, Better Left Unsaid, welcome, welcome. So good to have everyone here today. And let me get my basket. I did get my mesh prep, so that was good. Hey Debbie, welcome. Angela, we have two Angelas, and Cindy, welcome. Welcome everybody. Hey Lady Rivers, hello. And if you're new to my channel, let me know in the feed so we can all welcome you. I have just the best followers and everybody. Oh, I see a 2026 flash in there. Oh, thank you. Who was that from? I just got something and let me see. Linda, thank you for that. That's fun. I've never seen it flash on the phone like that. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And Sharon and Barbara and Rachel and Sharon are new. Welcome. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you found me. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, you can always hit that subscribe button right down below if you like what you see. And you can check out all my tutorials on my YouTube channel. They're all under the video tab. And I do my live, it's more like, not so much a tutorial, but I make a wreath live once a week as well. And Kirsten is new from Idaho. Awesome, awesome. You haven't caught me live yet? Well, I'm glad that you did, Angela. I know sometimes people watch my tutorials and it's nice to put a face behind the voice and the hands in the tutorial. So I'm so glad that you came to join me today. And if you're new, I love my coffee. I've been running around all day. I didn't get my morning coffee and I've got to take a couple sips before I get started. But this is my Zen moments now. Now I can decompress in the studio and we're going to make a really fun wreath. And if you've never done the cruffle wreath, it's one of my favorite wreath bases to do. And we're going to get started here. It's cold there, huh, Barbara? Oh, it's nice here. You don't want to know how nice it is here. It's like a spring day. It's so beautiful outside. We did have some fog this morning, but cheers. It's all beautiful. Cheers, Lady Rivers. All right. We are ready to rock and roll. Normally I'm a little, yeah, I'll send you some sunshine, better left unsaid, from sunny California. I'm definitely got spring fever. I tell you, because we've had a beautiful week, and I took Turbo out for a walk. It was a gorgeous day, and I realized it was almost probably too hot for him because he really started panting, and I have a pug and you got to watch it with the heat, and he's black. So I thought, you know what? I better just stick to my nighttime walks or the early evening walks, because it's definitely going to get hot very, very quickly. Is there a way to hide the comments, Doris? I know a lot of you, my followers, help people that have questions, because I don't really know. I think that there might be a way to exit out, or there's some dots. So if anybody knows how to hide those comments, if you can help share that information on here. And yes, I'll give him hugs, Lady Rivers. You got a huge snowfall in Canada. Oh, wow. That sounds very cool. 11 degrees. Ooh. I don't even know what I would do in 11-degree weather. All right. So, okay, just 2 more sips and I promise we're going to get going. And I'm going to try to speed this up a little bit tonight, because some of these lives, I'm telling you, they've gotten really long, and some of them I thought, oh, this is going to be a fast one. It's still like a 3-hour live, but crafting takes time. It takes time. All right. Heard your song today, Holly, on video. You felt like horseback riding. Oh my gosh. Was it one of those the songs on the shorts? Vito and Lucy, they love the snow, huh? Yeah, I don't know how about all that, about the comments and all that. So if anybody can help out as far as that goes, let me know, because you guys know that better than I do. It took me forever just to figure out this whole live business. Hello, ATO Faith, welcome. Okay, I promise we're going to get started here, and we're starting with a Dollar Tree 14-inch wreath frame. I already have my mesh cut, and my hair is going to bother me. I might have to go grab a bobby pin. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start turning this 14-inch wreath frame into a working wreath form. And I love using these 14-inch Dollar Tree frames. They're the one that we can actually still get now from the Dollar Tree. So I always like to stock up, because I use this wreath frame the most out of all my wreaths. So we're just going to start loading at the crossbars. And this is how I make my cruffle wreaths. And when I cross them over, I like to kind of come in the middle. So I'm coming in the middle between the 1 and 2. I'm coming in the middle right here between the 1 and 2, and I'm coming in the middle between the 3 and the 4. So it's not just like hanging off the edge. It's more in the center. So I'm going to do the same thing all the way around. And we will have this loaded in no time at all. And if anybody has any questions as I'm going through, feel free to ask them in the chat, and I will try to answer them. Sometimes they'll get past me when I'm looking down, but I always try to answer as many questions as I can. And if you're new to my channel, it makes it easy to subscribe. You just hit that subscribe button right down below. It'll take you right to my YouTube channel, and I have quite a few tutorials on there. If you don't see something you like, just keep scrolling down. There should be something that'll catch your eye. I like to do a little bit of everything. And I really love cutesy fun, and that's kind of my vibe. I can do like regular wreaths too, but I don't know. I just really like the cutesy fun and kind of the out of the box kind of stuff. All right, let's see. What do we got here? Oh, Lori, I'm so sorry to hear that. So hopefully these seizures will be done. Monday's seizure was very mild. Oh, bless his heart. But he went a long time without having one between that last one, but I'm glad it was a mild one, and I'm glad that the vet has got him on something else that hopefully will help that and get everything under control. Hey, Shannon, welcome. Hi, sweetie. All right. You had to wrap my arms around his body again. Oh, baby. Lori, oh my gosh. I'm so sorry to hear that. And I bet Lucy is just beside herself when all this is going on. Yes, I'm here, Shannon. It was a mad dash to get here, like down to the second. So I had a busy day with doctor's appointment and getting some errands done, and then I had to run and grab pipe cleaners. I'm like, how does a crafter run out of pipe cleaners? I just had all the yucky ones that I don't like to use, those real cheap ones. I like the Hobby Lobby ones because they're just a lot better quality. Oh, thank you, Linda. Thank you for helping out on that. When did you get your bow maker? Lady, are you talking about the big long one, Lady Rivers? Because I'll be using my Bodabra today. I got that one. It's probably been like a year now that I've had it. Because I used to only have the Bodabra is what I started with. And then I ordered, when I was able to invest a little bit more in my business, I ordered that nice bow maker, the Easy Bows Pro. And I have that listed or linked in my Amazon store. And I love that one. I like it because I know they have the regular Easy Bows that's a little bit smaller, but I like this one just because it's so long. I like to have those long measurements. And I like to measure my bows. You know, I can do them freehand, but I like to measure my loops and make sure everything's like the same size. And I also have it linked in my YouTube store as well. I know it was sold out for a while because on YouTube I have it linked. It's at Walmart. And I noticed it was sold out for a little while there, but at least at Walmart anyways. Hey, Jankin2, welcome back. Welcome. Angela, thank you for the jewels. That's so sweet. Oh my gosh, those are so fun. I really appreciate that. Linda Myers. And that's just awesome. Thank you. And all of the gifts that I receive on my YouTube, they all go to more crafting supplies, you know, so I can keep doing what I'm doing here because, you know, we all know that crafting is not cheap anymore like it used to be. And even a trip to the Dollar Tree is adding up. And I told you last live that I was pretty much over the Dollar Tree, and I take that back. I made a trip in there, and I was, I'm so excited. It's over there. I got those the big bunny heads that were $5. They were so worth $5. And I got some cute little eggs for embellishments that were like the disco ball with the different colors. And so I said, you know what? I guess I'm not over the Dollar Tree. I might be over the ribbon, but I'm not over the other stuff yet. And the Peeps looking bunnies that are so cute. Those are going to make really fun embellishments. Hey, Betty. Denise, welcome everybody. I hope I'm not missing anybody. Phyllis, welcome. Welcome. Pamela. Like I said, sometimes the messages are going to go past me. And I really don't want anyone to feel left out because I really appreciate you being here. You know, Jan Kuhn, a lot of people don't like their mesh, and I understand that, but I still love that mesh. I just don't like the price now because there's a lot of wreaths that I have on my channel where I use that mesh, and there's a lot of techniques that you can use to hide the frame ends. And I still love working with that mesh because it's softer than the ones that you get at Hobby Lobby or Michael's or something. And I love it in a lot of my designs. Like I have quite a few where I've used the Dollar Tree mesh, and I'm not over that mesh. You just have to, you got to work with the techniques that's going to either work with the frame or hide the frame. And I've done a few no fray techniques, and I really, a lot of the flags, I have quite a few tutorials actually where I've used the Dollar Tree mesh. Yes, better left unsaid. I have a lot of videos that are the no fray technique on my YouTube channel, and I wish I'm on my iPad. I guess I could get off of this and go to my YouTube channel, but I can tell you, let me just try to think which ones. There's an American flag one I did last season, and that one is it's a great hide the fray, no fray technique. And we did it on, what else have I done it on? I feel like I've done quite a few. I can't really think sometimes. I'd have to like look at them, and then I could go through the tutorials and tell you, but I can always leave a comment in here in a little bit because I have quite a few. And there's Mr. Turbo. He's trying to get in. I might have to take a minute to go grab his bed. All right, let me, I'm going to have to let Turbo in because he's got FOMO. Give me 1 second and I'll be back. Turbo! Turbo's trying to get in. Come on. No, he's in here. Okay. No, you're going to have, no, you're not going to be doing that. If you're in here, you're going to have to settle down. Okay, sorry. One of those days. Yeah, so I have quite a few better left unsaid. I just have to, like I said, go through the tutorials. You know what? My hair is driving me crazy. I'm going to have to pin this little piece back. That is just not, I can't really see what it looks like, but. Good night, Lady Rivers. We'll see you next time. Yeah, I would look for that one. That's the one that sticks in my head. That was, I did very recently, or at least last season. And you know, with that Dollar Tree mesh, you're always going to get like a bad roll. I've had some rolls that were just awful, but when if you use some of these techniques, like the bundle one that I do, it doesn't matter because you're hiding the ends, and even if the ends fray, it just kind of all adds to the design. Has anybody seen the snowy tulle mesh this year? Oh my gosh, I'm just a hot mess today. Okay. Whew. Debbie. You know what? I had to ask my friend one time what that was when she said that, because I was like, what does that mean? And it's like, now I hear everybody saying it. Oh, that's funny. Has your grandkids made any more wreaths, Debbie? Oh, geez. I'm telling you. I'm so sorry. I am just a hot mess today. This is what happens when you're scrambling and running around. And then it was one of those nights too where I couldn't sleep because I was sitting there thinking about what I was going to do today. I still didn't have my design figured out until this morning. And I wish I would have prepped this ribbon, so I'm sorry, but I do have the mesh prepped, and I'm going to try to do this fast. So with this design, I like to use two 2.5s and two 2.5s and two 1.5 inch ribbon. And I'm going to do 9 of all the ribbon that we're using. And this is one of my favorite wreath bases to make. And woo, that one's thick. This is that burlap ribbon. And I debated if I was going to do this on the wreath frame or I was going to do it on the pine, the greenery base. But I decided this is I love working with the 14-inch wreath frames. But we are going to be doing some designs on the pinery base too. I like to make my own wreath bases. And that's where that 14-inch wreath frame comes in handy, because I can use that for so many different designs. They never have the good stuff at your Dollar Tree. I'm sorry. I'm kind of lucky here. Well, I don't know if you want to call it lucky. It's kind of overkill, but my city has 4 Dollar Trees in this one city. So between the 4 of them, I usually can find exactly what I need if one doesn't have it. But I was really excited about those bunny heads. Have you all seen those bunny heads? They're going to make really cute wreath attachments. I got 2 of them. And I'm going to do one live with you, and then I'll do a tutorial with one. But I thought they were so cute. I'm Kristen. This is called a Measure Buddy, and I have it linked in my Amazon store. It's made by Unique in the Creek, and it's a great little tool. You can extend it. It goes up to 20 inches if you extend both ends, and it's just a great way to measure your ribbon, and it makes it fast. So I'm going to get all this prepped. I love these little crafting gadgets. They're just too much fun. It's, you know, we don't need all this stuff, but it really makes life of a crafter a lot easier. So I've been torn about what ribbon I want to do with the other one. Oh, let's see, because I knew I wanted to do this with this. I love this ribbon. I just got this from Craft Outlet. It's so pretty. Isn't that pretty? I love it. And I did an unboxing video of the ribbon and the mesh. I've done 2 unboxing videos. I got really carried away with the Valentine ribbon, and now it's like my window is closing where I'm going to get to use it. So I think I'm going to pop on and maybe do some extra lives, because I really want to use this ribbon, and it's so pretty. And I bought so many fun goodies, but if I don't get to them this year, I'll have them for next year. Because if you all know me, my hardest thing is just staying ahead and getting ready for that next season of tutorials. And I really need to start working on my spring designs. And I should have wrote down, I have that date too, that I want you all to save the date for the Spring Merrymakers Wreath Summit. I'm a designer in that again this year. And I'll probably, when it gets closer here, I'll try to get that info off my computer. And I have my time slot now, so I really hope that you all can come over there. It's in February. It's towards the end of February. And I hope that you will all come and join me over there. I think my scissors are starting to get dull. These are my go-to scissors, but I use them for things that I probably shouldn't, so they're getting a little dull. But I really hope that you all can join me over there. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to go live, and I'm excited. So I'm trying to figure out my design that I'm going to do for that, and I'm going to also have a bonus tutorial. And it's going to be a lot of fun. And let's see. Debbie, you have an insane amount of stuff. Color type and season. Yeah. I didn't realize I had so much stuff until I started doing that too. And my middle son says, he's like, "You're out of control." He tells me that I'm out of control. And I got too much stuff. One thing I really guess I went really crazy on is signs. I have so many signs, and I need to start using those up. Will you do one for St. Patrick's Day? Shannon, I really want to. I don't know why. I just don't ever seem to get to much St. Patrick's Day, and I really need to. I really want to do that one with, I looked at the Dollar Tree and they didn't have any St. Patrick's Day yet, but I really want to get to the one that it's very similar to the Witch's Cauldron one that I've done, where the feet are hanging out the top, and then you do the coins and all that stuff flowing out of the pot. So yeah, I do want to do that for sure this year. If I don't get to anything else St. Patrick's Day, I will definitely be doing that one. But they didn't have any St. Patrick's Day stuff out. Usually they have those wood feet, and I wanted to find like a rainbow and then the gold coins. And I've never done a Mardi Gras one, and yours were super cute, Shannon. That was so fun. Everyone's doing Mardi Gras, and I've been asked to do Mardi Gras before, and I've just never ordered the stuff in time to be able to do a Mardi Gras. So I need to really start getting that stuff, at least maybe ordering it now, and then I can have it ready for next year, because I'm going to hit the ground running this year. I'm not messing around this year. This is going to be my year. I've got a lot of things that I want to accomplish, and I'm doing it. Phyllis, hello, welcome from Colorado. And Connie, hello. I'm so glad you guys found me. And it's so nice to have people joining me for the first time. And if everyone could give this live a thumbs up, it really helps me and my channel. And YouTube will push that content out to more people, which is what we all want as a content creator. We want our content to get pushed out. You got one bundle from Carla and the second sign on Amazon. Oh yeah, those were really cute. Where did you find your like mask and the goodies to put on it? That's cute. This ribbon was really pretty too. Look at that little scallop edge. I don't know if you could see that, but it's really pretty. All right, as soon as I get this last one prepped, yeah, these scissors are, I need to sharpen them or something. Let's pull out the other pair. The mask was from Amazon. It was a, oh, it was so cute. I love that. Hey, Poof Designs by Valerie, welcome back. I know, right, Jen Cantu? It's so pretty. It just has, it looks like an embroidered scalloped edge. And I thought it would go really cute with what we're doing here because the sign, I just think it's so cute. I don't know why I haven't used it. It's been literally in my stash for a long time. And it's got this little plastic thing over those flowers. So let's see what that looks like. And yep, I'm gonna hit the ground running this year. I'm telling you. I've been trying to stay ahead, which is what I'm trying to do this week because I've been playing catch up all the time with my tutorials, and I kind of had a mini meltdown last weekend, and it's my own fault. It's my own fault. And I was having a meltdown about how felt like I'm spending every weekend playing catch up and scrambling to get my tutorial ready for Sunday, and I'm not getting any time to get out and enjoy my weekend. And this is what I love. This is what I do. It's just I need to get ahead of the game so I can enjoy my weekends. And that's what I haven't been able to do. And it's my own fault. So this week I've been really trying hard to get my tutorial ready. I'm going to finish editing it tonight and I'm going to have it ready. So I'm not up the last week I was up till 2 in the morning trying to get that tutorial ready on Saturday. And then I had to wake up Sunday and finish some stuff too. So I'm done playing that game. It's time to get ahead of the game here. And that is what my goal is for this year. So I started with my, the tutorial that I have done. And I think it turned out really cute. It was on the 12-inch Hobby Lobby heart wreath frame. And I really loved it. I almost did something similar tonight on the 17-inch to see what it looks like. But we can always do that another time. And Kelly, thank you for all the tips that you gave me on for the paw prints. I'm really, really excited to do that. So after this Sunday, I didn't get a chance to get started on that yesterday like I wanted to. But thank you for all the tips, because I'm excited to do that. And I want to do a cat one too. So I've been trying to figure out how to do that with the smaller pads and the smaller heart. Hey, Kelly, I wanted to ask you, I know you did for your paw prints, you did the 12-inch wreath frame, and then you used the O's from the X's and O's. Have you done one with the tinsel heart? Because I was thinking about doing the tinsel heart, and then I was wondering if the 12-inch might be smaller for the cat one. So I have to figure all that stuff out. But I really appreciate that, and I love yours. They're so cute. And I definitely want to do one with the material. I think it just looks cuter with the material. I was in Hobby Lobby today to grab those pipe cleaners, and I ran by the material section because I think somebody had suggested their cat one, they use the embroidery rounds, and they're a little bit smaller. And so I went to see if they had some cute cat material, and they didn't, but she showed me what she had ordered, and it'll be there Monday, and it's so cute. So I want to go back Monday and use that, get that material, so I can make a dog and a cat one. Okay, so this is where I've been torn. I need your help. Let's see here. So I'm going to use, this is going to be one combination right here. And I got to figure out a 2.5 inch. So I've been torn between this one, which I really like. So what do you think looks better? What's going to look better with? So either this one, and then you got to think we got the sign too. Or I have this like ombre. That might be, I don't think I like that one right away. But then this is one of my go-to Hobby Lobby ribbons. I absolutely love this ribbon. And I thought that would be really pretty too. It just has that, like, I don't know, Victoria kind of vibe. So that's where I guess I'm torn between these two. I don't know. I kind of want to do that, but then I don't know. Any suggestions? You like the stripes? Well, we're going to do the stripes then. Bonnie likes the stripes. We're doing the stripes. I almost was like, what design are we going to do today? Do you want to do this one or this one? But then I said, nope, I gotta pull it together here. Do both. Yeah. Hey, that's an idea, right? But I have been dying to use this ribbon. It's so pretty. And I think that would look really nice with everything. It's got the red and the pinks. Okay, so I'm going to do this last ribbon here, and then we're going to get started with our cruffles. I need to go pull out my Bodabra. And we're going to get started. Hey, Robstar Dallas. Hello. Hello. Welcome, friend. We are making a cruffle wreath today. And I have this beautiful Valentine ribbon that we're going to be using that I got from my Craft Outlet. And I've been dying to use this ribbon. And I'm pushing it with the thick stack here, but we'll get it. Yes, I'm staying so busy. I want to hit the ground running this year. I got a lot of things I want to do, a lot of wreaths I want to make, and a lot of tutorials that I want to share with all of you. So I am excited, even if it means I have to do an extra tutorial or an extra live, we are going to do it. We're gonna make this happen. And I'm mad at myself that I didn't write those dates down to share with you, but I'll share with you next live. But just keep your eye out for my post on Facebook for the Spring Merry Makers Holiday Summit. And it's just, I'm really, really, really excited. And I hope that you all will be there to support me, because this is all new territory to me. I've never been, the Christmas that was the first time I'd ever been asked to be a guest designer for anything. And it was a learning curve for me. And I submitted a video tutorial. I didn't actually go live. So I'm excited to go live. I don't really know all the Facebook ins and outs of going live because I don't go live on Facebook, but so it's going to be it'll be a learning curve for me. But I'm excited. I'm going to go live with my design, and I'm going to need you all there to hold my hand and support me, because it's a big deal for me. And it's a great event. I know she had a really great response for the holiday summit, and it was like a 3-day crafting summit. So there was 19 designers. I'm not sure how many designers yet are a part of the spring summit, but it'll be the same type of thing, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And Ashley from Three Little Greenwoods Creation, she's the one that hosts, and she's amazing. She is just so stinking cute and so fun. Thank you, Shannon. I appreciate that. I'm feeling nervous, and it's not even until February. I don't know why. I don't feel nervous when I come on here, because I guess because it's my channel and I can be as goofy and silly as I want, and you guys all pretty much know that about me. I guess I'm just more nervous to go live on somebody else's group where like people don't really know who I am. So I'm just going to have to pull it together, and it's just one of those things. We have to step out of our comfort zone to grow, and I've learned that along the way. So let me get all this ribbon out of the way, and we're going to get started. All right. Thank you, Lori. Oh, Elizabeth. Thank you, Bonnie. You guys are awesome. You guys are so awesome. Veronica, thank you. Okay. So we got everything prepped. Let me get all this put away. I'm not going to need that. See, I had a lot of things. What I'm saying is I am not over the Dollar Tree. This was one concept I had. I mean, look at that sign. Dollar Tree. Just when I thought I was over the Dollar Tree. And then this was another idea. I was going to do something like this. Dollar Tree. I mean, is that not the cutest sign ever? So we're going to be doing one of these live, and we're going to be doing these on a on the evergreen pine wreath base. So I think somebody was asking me on another live about how I like pull a design together, and that's how it starts. It all starts with the sign, grab some embellishments, the ribbon, and then I just kind of go from there. Kelly, I don't know if I saw about when we were talking about the paw things. I can always message you about that. Boy, I was like that. You could tell that that is a very popular wreath because, man, that got a huge response. And people love that paw print. So I thought that would be a fun one. I'm slowly starting to maybe revisit my Etsy store and start showing it more love, and starting to maybe list a few more things. But I thought that that would be a really fun one to have listed in my Etsy store because I just think that everybody loves those kind of wreaths, and I think it's going to be, that would be a fun one to have listed that you could just make to order. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. We're getting ready to rock and roll here. I just have to go grab my Bojabra for this one. These were the bunnies I was telling you about from the Dollar Tree. Won't these make the cutest wreath attachments? I mean, for $5, I thought that was a really good price, even though they're in the more expensive side. But they're cute, and they're such a good quality. You went to 3 Dollar Trees in Merced. Oh, those embellishments, Bonnie, were from Craft Outlet. I just got the sign from Dollar Tree. Yeah, I wish they had those embellishments at the Dollar Tree. No, those were fun. Well, these I think I got, I want to say these were from Hobby. Oh, these are from Hobby Lobby, this particular one. But everything else was from Craft Outlet. You haven't tried the tinsel heart. Okay. You've done, let me just, the one that you showed me was on the 12-inch Hobby Lobby wreath form. So I'm excited to get started on that paw print. I got everything. I got the material, the ribbon. I'm ready to go. Like I said, I'm hitting the ground running this year, guys. Okay. So this is one of my favorite wreaths to do. And you all hear me talk about the first half of the roll and the second half of the roll. And I like to use the last half on the inside, which is the curlier part, and the other part on the outside. It's just how I do it. And that's what I like. So that's what we're doing. And let's see here. Let me just get some space here. Okay. Now let me put that down. All right. So this is where you have all your ribbon cut up. We have 9 pieces of each of our combinations. And this was, I love this mesh. This is a mesh that I love to use from Hobby Lobby. And I feel like I'm not in the frame. Let me get a little bit more in the frame. And it's one of my go-to meshes. I absolutely love this. It has the fiber that goes through it, and it's just beautiful. Kelly, you've used this one. I love this and the regular tan. It's always just a great mesh to work with. And this wreath base is a 1-roll wreath base. So I have all these pieces cut at 20 inches, and this is what I had left. Okay, so it uses up the whole roll. And this one looks a little bit smaller. We're going to use this one. They must have different size rolls. Huh. Wonder what that one was from. It doesn't matter. hyper focusing on something that doesn't matter. Bundle up, Lori. Woo! If you're not back in 10 minutes, I'm sending Carl out for you. Hey, Karen, we're making a Cruffle wreath. And these are one of my favorite wreaths to make. And what we're doing is these are cut into 20-inch pieces. And I like to use the roll that comes out from the mesh. You don't have to do this. You could just curl it like this, okay? It'll be perfectly fine. This is how I like to do them, is I like to take the roll that comes with it, and I like to use the roll. So what I do is I double it up till I see it doubling up on itself, and then I take the roll out, use a chip clip. Same thing on the other side. I like my Cruffles to be nice and loose and flowy and not so tight. And that gives me a good guide. And then once I do that, I'm just pinching and grabbing right down the middle. And you're making a Cruffle. If you don't know what that is, this is what a Cruffle. You've probably seen a lot of the curls in the design. There's a flat side and an open side. And I have done designs where I lay it flat down, like my gingerbread, but this one, I'm doing it curl side up, flat side down. And this is where I like my Bodabra, which is an extra set of hands right here for me. And then we're going to take our different color combinations. And I'm doing a slight crisscross, finding that center mark. And we're going to start on the inside of our wreath base. And then I like to place that right there. So we're doing the ribbon at the same time. You could do all the Cruffles and then go back in with the ribbon, but we're working smarter, not harder, right? Kelly, you do it that same way? Aw, I love it. It just makes it easy. And I think that it makes the Cruffles all like the right side, the same. And in a design like this, I want it, I think it's different if you're just pushing it into the evergreen. You don't have to be exact or perfect, but when this is all we have right here to work with, I want to keep everything looking uniform. So I'm starting on the inside, and I like to lay them, what is this? Vertically. I like to lay my Cruffles vertically, not, horizontally, not vertically on here. That's how I like to do mine. You use the curl holder so you can finish the next day. I know. I'd like to get one of those. That would be good for me to have one of those if I'm prepping for a live and you guys don't want a 3-hour live and you want me to get done a little bit quicker. Yeah, I think that would be a good thing to have, and have those prepped ahead of time. But you know what? A lot of people like to see the actual process. Not everybody knows how to do a Cruffle. This is something I learned as I was getting into the wreath making. I didn't start using Cruffles. I started with the poof method when I started working with Deco Mesh. See, this is why I like the bigger loop, the bigger one than this smaller one, because I like the size of these. And I love this mesh. I was so happy I had a roll of it, because I love it with the white. And yes, it's a hand. It's my extra hand right here, Karen. Yes, I love everybody loves a Cruffle wreath. You can't go wrong with a Cruffle wreath. All right. Yes, Shannon, you're right. I would definitely going to have to I'm going to have to speed things up during that live because I have an hour and 30-minute slot, and every live that I've done has been 2 to 3 hours. So I'm going to have to really get the prep ahead of time, speed things up, and keep my yakking down to a minimal. All right, so we're going to alternate our ribbon combinations. Now we're using this other gorgeous combo here. So happy I'm finally getting to use this ribbon. It's so pretty. And then we're gonna fluff the ribbon out later, okay? Yeah, that's a great idea, Shannon. You're gonna have to send me that link again where you get that from, because I'm gonna have to invest in that. I tried using my bow maker to hold them before, and it just has a little tiny thing. I love that one because it's so tall that you could put a bunch. And so what I like to do is butt the flat ends up against each other, just like that, as we go around. And that way it's going to start pushing those cruffles up, and you could see those beautiful rolls. And I'm using the last 9 of the roll, which is the extra curly ones. And just doubling it up. Once I see that one piece go around that second time is when I take it out. Debbie, you know that you can talk all you want on my channel. We love having you here. And you're going to have to show me send me some pictures, what you've been up to. You've been busy. And I'm nosy. I need to see what you've been working on, what you're doing. You need to keep me posted, because I'm sure you're getting really busy getting with your flowers. Or I don't know, when do you start all your gardening? It's probably too cold to do that right now. You got to thaw out first, right? Oh, Renee, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I'm so happy that you're here and that you've learned from my tutorials, because it just makes me so happy to hear that. Because that is my mission, is for everybody to be crafty and to experience that joy of crafting, when it just takes you away into that zone. The crafting zone is what I like to call it. It's where there's no worries, there's no stress. You are just completely in the zone. And that is, to me, is the most therapeutic thing ever. It saved me from what I was going through before I started my business. I was not in a very good place. Let's just put it that way. And starting my business gave me my purpose back, and it really started healing what I was going through. And we're just starting to do the different combinations. Because I was going through a rough spell with menopause, and after my husband, when he got this promotion, it was, I was basically, I used to work in a very, 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 very busy restaurant, okay? We were hopping from the time I walked in the door till the time I left. I was breakfast, lunch, I worked weekends, I worked, 13-hour days on Thanksgiving, Mother's Day, Easter. It was just go, 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 go. I was exhausted, and I was looking forward to my husband getting this promotion because we had talked about me getting out of the restaurants, and it was going to be a struggle, but we were going to make it happen with me not having the one income. And I've always worked since I was 16, whether I was in the nursing homes or the restaurants. I was just constantly, we always had, you know, two incomes coming in. And so when he got that promotion, and it was right after, or it was right actually during the lovely 2020. And so in the beginning, everything was great. My kids were home from college when everything went online, and it was the first time in my life since I was 16 I didn't have to work like that on the weekends. I had my weekends. I was enjoying life, and well, as much as you can be enjoying it with the lockdown, but I was happy I had all my kids home. And then that was all fine and dandy for a couple years, and then I just, when everybody went about their business, back to college, life went on, and then it was like I was in the peak of my menopause, and I got into a really dark place where I just felt like I just kind of lost my purpose. You know, I was always working, always brought my own money in, and I just didn't know what to do with myself, and I was in a very, very dark place. And so Hollie Hobbies brought me out of that dark place, and I started slowly finding my purpose again through crafting, through my business. And here I am, happy as can be, 4 years later, and I'm loving what I do. And that might be some TMI for you all, but that's just my story. And crafting saved me from a very dark place. All right, Lori, thank you. I'm hoping I'm not scaring you all away. Telling you about my deep, dark stories here. Yes, Kelly, that's exactly what it did to me. I was so depressed. I was in the peak of my menopause. My kids were all gone away at college. I was like empty nest, like, oh, I didn't know what to do with myself. I was used to working, busy, 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 always, always. And then it was like, woo. Like I said, it was all fun and games for 2 years. And then it was like, okay, I don't like this. I miss the social aspect. I mean, I didn't really miss the weekends and the Mother's Day and all that, and the throbbing legs and the carpal tunnel. But I miss that social interaction and just having something to get at, you know, a purpose. And so, yeah, this Hollie Hobbies definitely saved me. And it's taken me on so many different directions. I remember I spent the first, it's kind of funny. I just thought about this because I was over there next door cleaning all my stuff, and I saw the totes of when I first, what my vision was when I first started was it took me 6 months. I was working on my website, watching YouTube tutorials on WordPress, and I was determined I was going to figure it out myself. And then I had this big idea that that was when the macrame was really like trending. And I grew up with all that macrame stuff, and I was just all about it. And so I had this big idea that I was going to order from Alibaba, and I ordered this huge shipment of all different macrame stuff, and I was going to sell them on my website. You know, that was what I was going to do. And let's just say that never happened. But I spent about 6 to 8 months trying to figure out my website, how to list things, taking SKUs of everything, packaging it all up. And so I laughed because I saw that big tote with all the macrame next door. And I thought, well, that was not the best idea, but you know what? I learned a lot of how to list. You know, it was a learning process, and I'm glad I went through that. But I have a lot of macrame next door, so I was thinking that I was going to do a wreath. I've seen some cute ones where they do the little, like the dream catcher macrame thing, and then they have, you know, make a wreath out of it. So I thought, you know, I got to put some of this stuff to use. But I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I'm going to have to go through that again, and just, I don't think I'll be able to sell it, but I'll figure it out. You should de-stash. How do you do that? I hear people talk about de-stash and all this de-stash stuff, but I don't know how to do that. Life is a journey, Debbie says, and still in my late 60s. Crafting was a great surprise for me. Thought homemade stuff was dumb. I love that, Debbie, because I love that one meme that I'll post every once in a while is, I was crafty before crafty was cool. And because there was that time where crafting wasn't cool. It was like, oh God, that's homemade. You're wearing a homemade this or homemade that. And now it's like the coolest thing ever. Okay, let me see. Let me get caught up. I was sitting there blabbing about my story there. Bonnie, we are neighbors, girlfriend. Merced is right next to me. I'm in Merced County. I think we've talked about that before. And Kelly, you haven't used the tinsel heart. Okay. Well, I'm going to use it just to compare it and see what it looks like versus the other one. I'm very curious because I want to do, there was someone that posted on that post that had the dog print and the cat print, and they were different proportions. So I don't know what heart she used. So I'm hoping I can pick her brain a little bit when I can get on there tonight and see. But I did stock up on the tinsel hearts just to have. And yeah, Bonnie says that's why you can find them. Yep, they were on Craft Outlet. And Lori's not back. Should we send Carl to go find Lori? She's out in the 11-degree weather. And let's see. I'm just making sure I'm caught up. And yes, Lori, we have a lot of fun on here. We do. Sometimes a little too much fun. I'm like, I can see why people do these lives, because they're fun, and you and the followers are what makes it fun. And I have the Lori says, I'm back. Lori, I was almost going to have to send Carl out to find you. Oh my gosh. And I bet they want to stay out there and play out there in that freezing cold. Shannon, you're going to have to tell me how to have a live, list it in your Etsy in bundles. Yeah, well, I guess that is a good idea to list it in bundles, but I don't want to advertise it on my page because I don't want to do that. But listing in bundles actually is a good idea. But I've seen people, they do all this destash and all this stuff like it's a big thing, and I don't know how they do that or where they're selling all that from. All right, so we have our outer layer or inner layer done, and now we're just going to get this ribbon looking decent here. And we can always do the ribbon later, but let's just do this inside row. Your main home is in Tulare, but I should move up there because I'm in Merced. You're in Merced more than Tulare. My husband works at, well, he works that whole area, but he does that big farm show in Tulare every year. That one's coming up. Or it's like a truck show or something. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's there in Tulare. He's got that. It's every February. It's coming up here real soon. I know. Homemade, made with love is the best. Homemade gifts are by far the best gifts ever. So Shannon, if you want any macrame stuff, let me know. You have a customer. Debbie has a customer from Craft Show who is a photographer and is going to help me set up business page and Etsy. Woo! That's awesome, Debbie. A photographer friend. That's a good friend to have right there, girlfriend. Because that is it. Getting good pictures of your product is so important on Etsy. And if you need any tips, just message me. I can give you a few tips that I've learned along the way. And that is a great, I love Etsy. It's just a great platform to sell your stuff. And just do a lot of research because, you know, there's a lot of tips, a lot of tricks, a lot of, you know, proper wording, SEO, all those kind of things to get your stuff seen. And there's a lot of things that you can do on your end as well to, darn it, I did that one backwards. Did I do all that ribbon backwards? Well, we need to turn this ribbon around. Let me just flip this one. I put the wrong side in. Yeah, Etsy is just a great platform. But I think, you know, people think that you start an Etsy store and it's boom, boom, the orders are coming in. You have to drive people to your Etsy store. And there's a lot of tips and tricks to do that, to get people to your Etsy store. Kelly used to make quilts. Oh, now that is a talent. What phone call means? What do you mean phone call, Debbie? You're like me. We had to learn everything from scratch. Like all that technical stuff was not easy at all for me. Hey, Shay Shed. Welcome, friends. Welcome. I love that. You got FOMO, Debbie? See, now you're going to be using that word all the time. Debbie is my kayaking buddy. If we lived close together, we would be kayaking together. When are you going out to, are you going out to your, it's probably too cold to go out to your kayaking spot? Usually I start going in February. Okay, so we just did the inner row. And now we're going to do that same thing on the outer row. Oh, I love kayaking. That is my favorite thing to do. And that's why I really want to stay ahead of the game this year, because I felt like I didn't really get to do that much last year because I was in the studio trying to get my designs, and that's where I want to stay ahead of the game this year so I can do the things like that I enjoy to do that recharge my batteries. And I get my best crafting ideas when I'm out floating on my kayak. One time, early in my business, I had brought a bunch of wreath frames and was with my pipe cleaners and was working out there on the lake, turning them into wreath forms. Oh. You were trying to say what FOMO means. Fear of missing out. And that's what Turbo has. And let's make sure I get the right side this time. Did I do that on all this one? Make sure that one. No, I did that on that. See, some of this ribbon, it's hard to tell if it's one-sided or two-sided. And this is one-sided. And that other side's a little bit brighter. I haven't done one of these in a while, and this is fun. I like the Cruffle wreaths. I started advertising the Ocean Cruffle one, if you follow me on Facebook, and it just made me really want to do a Cruffle wreath. I forgot how fun they were to do. This tube is the inside of the roll of Deco Mesh. It's very handy. I always keep the tubes. Oh, the Lego flowers. So fun. I'm afraid if I get started on that, I'm going to get hooked. I have a friend that's hooked on those. And then there will be no crafting. I'd be all about the Legos. That dog that doesn't like the snow. I bet they don't want to come back inside, right, Lori? They're just out frolicking in the snow. And then do you have to like wipe them down? Are they all wet when they come back in? Do they roll in the snow? They are just the cutest. Lori has St. Bernards, and they are absolutely adorable. Vito and Lucy. They're so cute. All right, so we're just going to keep going around, and we're going to finish the outside, and then we're going to add a sign and some embellishments, and then we'll decide if we're going to do a bow or not. Hi, Doyla. Welcome. Yes, the paw wreath is going to be a tutorial. And, oh, that would be a great housewarming gift for her. Yes, I'm working on a tutorial. That's going to be my next one that I'm doing. I have all the supplies, and I've gotten a lot of tips from my wonderful followers, and I am ready to hit the ground running with those. And I want to do a cat one too, so I'm trying to figure out the different ways to make that a little bit smaller for the cat. Henry needs a paw wreath, Debbie. And I think those would be a good seller for you at the craft fairs, is the paw wreaths. He watches TV. You know what? Turbo does that same thing. He's the only dog I've ever had that watches the television. And we can't watch anything Western, Yellowstone, anything that has horses. He goes crazy, and me and my husband laugh. We're like kids laughing, having a good time. He doesn't like that. So yeah, he will start barking like crazy and going up to the TV. I've never had a dog that watched TV like he does. Ooh, a Bernese mountain dog. I bet he's a big boy. Henry is the cutest cat, and he's into all of her crafting supplies. He wants to partake too. Hey, Free Kelsey, welcome. Sorry if I'm missing when I'm looking down. I don't see some of the messages. Welcome back, friend. So happy to have all of you here. And if you haven't already given this live a thumbs up, if you can hit that thumbs up, it all helps me and my channel. I didn't know what the heck was going on with my channel. I felt like I was putting so much work into it, and my automations have been on fire, driving people to my YouTube, and I've been going live, and I'm just doing all this stuff, and I wasn't seeing anything move, like my watch hours. And I thought, what the heck is going on here? And so I saw something last night that there was a issue with some of my something was, it was on their end that they're correcting it on watch hours during a certain, like, it was middle of December to something. So I'm hoping when they get that resolved, I'll see. I've been finally seeing my watch hours move, and I thought, finally, gosh, I feel like I'm really putting the work into it, and I'm not seeing anything move. So I was glad to hear that there was an issue that they're fixing. But I need to get back on my YouTube shorts. I've been slacking on that, and that really helps people find you. Aw, thank you, Free Kelsey. This is therapy for me too. I needed this in my day today because it was a busy, crazy day. Okay, what is going on with this ribbon? Now I'm really second guessing it. I guess it's probably whatever side you want. I mean, look at, they're both pretty, but that's probably the right side right there. Yeah, I needed this time today, and I look forward to this time with you all every week. In the beginning, it was like, it was a little overwhelming to try to keep up with the extra design by going live, but now I'm loving it. And I'm getting into the groove. And it just takes planning and preparation, and then I can, you know, but when I don't plan, that's when it's hard to, sometimes, you know, you have a block and you can't really, like, you know, figure out what the next design is. But I'm breaking through the block, and I got a lot of things that I want to do, and I'm excited to see where this year takes me. You can, everybody knows that you can, let's see, sorry, I'm just trying to catch up here. Kelly says the smaller one, you get shower curtain rings and the 4-leaf clover. The 4-leaf clover, is that for the heart part? I'm trying to picture what the 4-leaf clover. And the shower, that is a great idea. I'm looking, Kelly, I'm seeing the shower curtain rings and the 4-leaf clover. Now I'm curious about what the 4-leaf clover. Because that is going to be so fun. So Verizon's been having issues all day, especially on the East Coast. Well, hopefully you're not having all the spam calls like we're having on the West Coast with AT&T. Jeez. I am so sick of those spam calls. And I think that's what was messing up my live last week. Because when I got off the live, I had like 3 or 4 spam calls that came in, even though my notifications were silenced. Since you all told me how to do that, I didn't even know how to silence my phone. I thought that turning the sound down was silencing, but I didn't realize that that was something different. And I'm so happy that you taught me that, because I do that now when I'm at the gym because every time when I have my earpods on, every time a message comes in. So I hit that silence and I can enjoy my music without hearing the notifications coming in. You get 3, okay. So Kelly, you're saying that you get 3, the heart, when you take the clover apart. Oh, and then you use the little shower rings. Okay, send me some pictures after the live. I would love to see that. Because I think when I do that tutorial, I want to do the cat tutorial and the dog tutorial. Have one tutorial with both of them. So yes, that will be a full tutorial on my YouTube channel, and I will, I'm excited to do that one. I want to do one for Turbo. So I'm doing a black one. I thought it would be cute. Well, I got that little welcome bone from Hobby Lobby, but I thought it would have been cute. I saw somebody had done a bone where they cut it out of cardboard and then they used the chunky yarn to wrap the cardboard bone. And I thought that would be cute and find letters and spell like Turbo on the bone. And I want to make my sister-in-law one because she's got 3 dogs and she's a dog mom. And she would love that. You're having spam too. Oh, I hate that spam. I feel like we should be owed some money for them breaching all of our information like that. Because that is very, it just wakes you up. And I mean, they come in all hours of the night. Yeah. Hey, Kelly, why don't you, message me the pictures too, like we've been doing, but you can always share in the community tab as well. So if anybody ever wants to share anything that they made that they're, you know, whether it's inspired by Hollie Hobbies or not, you can always share pictures now in my community tab on YouTube, which is nice because you weren't able to share pictures before and people would always want to send me pictures and I'd have to make sure that, you know, direct them to my Facebook Messenger, but now it's nice with that YouTube community tab. And they're also, I noticed too, I don't know if it's on your end, but it's on my end. They opened up where I can send voice messages too. So like I can respond to comments as a voice message, which I thought that was neat. Ooh, I smell chili. We're having chili tonight, and ooh, it smells good. And we can always, you know, fix the ribbon up a little bit as we, when we get this design coming together here. But right now we're just trying to get all these bundles on the outside. Hello, Teresa. Hi, friends. Welcome. You saw some fun ribbon, Laura? I had some in my stash. I don't know where I got it from, but it's a paw print. So I'm going to use that. This is what I got. And I have a bone somewhere too, but I had that ribbon, and then I bought this for the inside. And then we have the dog's life. I don't know if I'm going to add that or not, but I have that welcome bone. So we'll see how all that plays out. Yes, it's really nice now that you can share in the community, Elizabeth. I like that too, because I mean, people would always want to send me pictures on YouTube, and it was so frustrating that you can't share a picture on YouTube. But now, you know, they're making a lot of changes, so it's great. Teresa, so happy to have you back. Who's doing the cooking? Well, my husband's cooking because I really tried to get it done because he was out of town. He came back today, and I had a doctor's appointment, and I still had to go to the store and get a couple things for the chili, and I had to get the pipe cleaner. So I was running around, and I hadn't eaten. So I came home and ate, but my goal was to get the chili done so he wouldn't have to do it when he came home. And then I was like, I just ran out of time. So he said that he would do it. I had everything set out, but bless his heart, he's such a good cook, and he loves to cook. I don't like to cook. I didn't grow up like that with a mom that taught you how to cook and all that stuff. So I just, you know, cooking, I just cook to get by. I don't enjoy it like my husband does. My husband's mom was Filipino, so he grew up in a household where, you know, if you know any Filipino, they cook. And they like to cook. So he grew up in that kind of household. So he got that from his mom. Yes, I'm very lucky, Phyllis. I'm telling you. I am so lucky because, yeah. I am very blessed. He's a wonderful, wonderful husband. Cooks, cleans, does laundry. Like, hey, I hit the jackpot. You got a spoiled dog lives here. Oh, that one's cute. Oh, awesome. So you, Phyllis, so you get all the yummy lumpia and the pancit. I feel like since my mother-in-law passed, like she was kind of that glue that kept everything like that together, all the Filipino parties, and we don't get all that yummy food anymore, and I just love it. I'm gonna have to learn. Actually, I know how to cook two things. I could do the pancit, and I don't know why I need to start doing that more because it's so good. And I can do the adobo chicken, and that's pretty much all I can do. I could probably do a lumpia too. But then you got to cut all the stuff up, and that's no fun. Like I said, I don't like to cook. It's just, I don't get that joy from it like my husband does. I just don't. Okay, so let's finish up this outside area here. All right. So I'm excited. I'm going to have to, still haven't changed this calendar. I keep looking at it. I need to get the, erase it and write the January calendar, because every time I want to share a date with you, I don't have anything over there that's right, the right dates. But there's going to be a couple Thursdays that I'm going to have to change the live to like a Wednesday instead. So just keep an eye out for that. I always schedule my lives. So if you don't see one scheduled on a Thursday, it'll be that Thursday that I couldn't do it. I am going, well, we got a couple things brewing, but I'm going on a birthday cruise in February, just a little short one, just a 4-day one. But me and my husband, we love to cruise. And he asked me if I wanted to do a cruise for my birthday, and I said, yes, please. Let me book it now. Because we love it. Love it, love it, love it. It's just so peaceful. I know, I was always told you either love cruises or you absolutely hate them. And when we went on our first one, we were hooked. We were hooked. We love cruising. So we're just doing the little short one. It's a 4-day one, but it's still a really fun one. We've done this one before. It's the you go to Catalina Island, and then you go to Ensenada. And if you know anything about me, as I love to gamble, and I only usually do it once a year on my birthday. And so you know where you're going to be able to find me, as I'm going to be in that casino. having a good time. And that's why I get all those great deals, because of the gambling in the casino. I usually get a lot of great cruise deals. Let's see here. So Debbie's going to post Henry so we can all see Henry. Oh, Debbie, I just love you. We love having you here. And we want you to talk as much as you want. Oh, he is. He's so stinking cute. And where did you get your spoiled dog sign at, Laura? That sounds like cute. That's a cute sign. He can't. Okay, so Jackie says, I told my husband that there's no sign that says he can't clean or do the dishes. He never helps. Oh, that's funny. I know, right, Debbie? We've had people that, okay, Amazon. We've had people come from all over the world, and it is so neat to see where people watch you from. Like, I don't know, I guess I forget that it broadcasts everywhere, and it's really exciting. I have it turned off, but I think that, I don't know, I just turned it off just to see it, because I heard that it might not be as good with your channel, but you could do the, where they dub your voice in different countries on your tutorials. So I don't know. I'm going to have to ask Julie about that, if that's good to have on or if it's not. Because I noticed my views were not as good as they used to be. And I was researching, and they were saying about that auto dubbing, that they noticed since they had that turned on, the views dropped. So I turned it off to try to see if that was the case. But I would think it would have been better, because you can, you know, more countries can see you and hear you, but I don't know. Stuff I'm still trying to figure out. The technical side has been the hardest for me to figure out on this whole journey. But I'm pretty proud of myself of what I've figured out. I mean, just figuring out how to do this live was a challenge. Not this particular live, but going live in the beginning. But I feel like I've just come a long ways, and I'm getting more confident on the technical side. And that now is where I feel like this year I can really take Hollie Hobbies to new heights with starting to tackle that stuff that I was always so overwhelmed to try to tackle. And the more you do it, the less overwhelming it starts feeling. And I still have to tackle that email list. That has been my biggest challenge. My business coach, she always says, that's her one thing that she says over and over is so important. And what she would have done differently is got that email list done sooner. And I still haven't tackled it. And when you hear me talk about my business coach, it's Julie from Julie's Wreath Boutique, I'm in her business group, and I'll talk about her on my lives, because I truly believe in her trainings, and her trainings have just completely changed the direction of my business. So I always leave her links in the description section of all my tutorials. If you ever are feeling stuck, overwhelmed with your business and all that stuff that goes along with it, which is what I was feeling, I thought there's nothing I need to hire a coach for. Like, I can learn everything on the internet or YouTube, but no, there's still so much to it. And that was the best thing I ever did, was signing up for her business group. and started implementing her trainings, and it's really, really changed things for me. So I always like to throw that out there if anybody feels like they, you know, are on the fence about a business coach. And I need to get caught up on trainings. I'm really backed up, but that's what's great is she always has the trainings can be accessed. You know, now I'm starting to think that this was the front side and this is the back side. Yeah. Huh. Maybe I should just switch. See, I had it. I was right the first time. And then I second guessed myself. That is the front right there. Now I feel like I have to go back and change all those. Phyllis, that's how I was too. I'm telling you, everything was so overwhelming when I first started out. And you know, it's overwhelming. There's so much to try to figure out. But it's just a business coach is just like she has a group, a business group. And so what she does is she has trainings that are in the group. She has Etsy trainings, YouTube, I mean, trainings for everything you can imagine. And it's just a group that you're a part of and that you can go watch her trainings at your own pace. You can, you could be there when she's live too, or if you miss it, you can watch them later. But she just breaks down like people that, that are, you know, in small businesses, like you're trying to, like how to sell wreaths, how to, anything. I mean, it's just, she's got trainings for everything because everybody's on a different part of their journey. But it's she's been there, she's done it. She was that stay-at-home mom making wreaths at her kitchen table, trying to, you know, bring in some income, and now she's like, she's huge. She's big time. She's like totally made it in this whole industry, and she teaches us how to get there too. I always laugh on one of her trainings because she's like, oh, excuse me, there's the housekeeper or something. And she's like, I want you guys to have the housekeeper too, because it opens up so much time for you, you know, like if you can. She wants us to have that housekeeper to be able to afford that and to, anyway, I just always laughed at that. I'm like, I want a housekeeper. Wouldn't that be amazing? Not to have to clean your house. You know how much time that would save? Yeah, there's so much to learn. So much to learn. But you know what? What I did is I just would take one thing at a time, because that's what it was. Everything would get so overwhelming and I would just be like, just not do anything because I was so overwhelmed with everything. I can't decide if I like the ribbon like this or the other way. Like, what do you think? Should I just maybe, you know what I'll do is I'll do maybe switch it up. We'll just do that. Let me switch this one up. But yeah, you just take one thing at a time, master that, and then move on to the next thing. And then when you master something, it feels so good that you figured that out. And then you brings your confidence, and then you're like, okay, I'm ready to do this next step and the next step. Like, I didn't go live for 2-3 years. Well, I kept saying I had my channel for 3 years until Betty reminded me that I'm going on my 4th year. So, I mean, it was probably 3 years I didn't go live. And, what do you think about this ribbon? I know I'm going all over the place. So I think that is, maybe I'm going to keep it the side it's supposed to be on. It's really hard to tell, but the other side is the right side. So yeah, I mean, just one thing at a time. Like I didn't go live. I see everybody going live and I'm like, I want to go live, but I was so overwhelmed with how to figure out how to go live, how to do the right camera angle, what to do, everything. And so you just have to focus. And that was my goal last year, that I'm going to tackle this. I'm going to figure this out. And so you just have to take it one thing at a time. Otherwise, everything is too overwhelming. Like when I first started, it was I spent 6 to 8 months just trying to figure out. See, now that side, I'm sorry. This is really messing with me, this ribbon. See, now this side looks like it's the right side, but then the other ones, see, I'm all over the place. I'm a squirrel. So you just tackle one thing at a time. See, now I think it's this. Okay. Sorry. I'm sorry. This is the life of Holly here. You're just coming along for the ride right here. This is the right side. I'm going back and forth, back and forth. It's like, make up your mind, Holly. So yeah, that would be my suggestion, is tackle one thing at a time. Like my next thing I want to tackle is that email list. Like I have no clue how to do that. There's trainings for it. She's got trainings, a few of them on there. I need to sit, take the time, implement it, and really, really, that is my goal for today, is to learn that. So that's what I would suggest. One thing at a time. You want to learn, how to set up your Etsy store, then just focus on that. Learn everything you can about the Etsy store, the listings, the pictures. I mean, there's a lot that goes to that. You have to have your measurements of the, when you set up the shipping part of the Etsy, like how, not just how big the wreath is, but like how big is it in the box that you're going to be shipping it. So like all that kind of stuff. It takes time. All right, I'm yakking and I'm missing all these messages here. Hello, Brenda. Welcome. Welcome. So happy to have you here. We've had a few people that they're new, and I'm just so happy that you found me and that you're here. You like the side with the smaller red line. Yeah, I can't decide, because to me, I think this is the actual right side. And this side looks like the wrong side. So I switched it back, and I'm just going to have to stay with it. Otherwise, I'm going to be flopping these back and forth. Oh, thank you, Carla. So sweet. So happy to have you. And thank you for that. We're doing a cruffle wreath today. And we're almost done with the bundles. I think I might have, no, we have a couple more, and then we'll be finished with the bundles, and then we're going to add the sign and a couple embellishments. Look at the roll. Shannon, that would be too easy. Okay, see, now the other side is the side that's facing up on the roll. After I just flipped them all over. I don't know why that's messing with my head so much right now, but it is. All right, Shannon, I didn't think about that. Now that would have... Yeah, the other side is the way it's showing on the roll. Now I feel like I'm going to... Okay. I need to stop. I need to stop and focus. Focus, Holly. Focus. I know. It's really messing with me, because when you look at it, that starts looking like the wrong side, but now it's not. Now this is looking like the bad side. And now I'm going to feel like I'm going to have to switch them all over again. Just because it's messing with me, but that's okay. Thank you, Shannon. I don't know what I'd do without you. Oh my gosh. I didn't even think about looking at the darn roll. And that's what I fell in love with, was the other side of the print. And here I am using the back side. Thank you, Laura. I think both sides look good, but I did fall in love with the other side, is why I bought it and why I thought that was the back side. Some of that ribbon is hard to tell if it's one-sided or two-sided. We'll leave it be for now until it starts bothering me, and then I'll switch it. I'm taking you along on all my crafting follies. The struggle is real, let me tell you. As you all know. I think most people are crafters on here. I'm a ribbon person. Brenda. Yes. Well, you are in the right space, because boy, I love ribbon. A little too much. Realizing I thought I had tons and I wasn't going to buy any more, and then I was going to do a wreath, and I'm like, I don't have the ribbon for that. So I ordered a bunch of ribbon from Craft Outlet. And now I'm like, I'm looking at my ribbon back there. I might need to order some spring ribbon as well. And I'm going to have to figure out my design that I'm going to do. Okay, you all are just going to have to bear with me, okay? Because this is really going to start bothering me. I'm sorry. I'm going to do this really fast. People probably think I am a nut. I cannot make up my mind for anything here. Let me just do this really quick. I didn't even think about looking at the roll, and that's exactly, now I'm going to always remember that, Shannon. All right, we have a couple more bundles as soon as I'm done moving this ribbon back and forth. And then we're going to fluff this out and add our sign. And then we're going to do a little embellishment and then possibly a bow, depending on how that sign fits. Da-da-da. So I've been working really hard. I was at the doctor today, and my A1C came down 2 points, or like not 2 points, 0.2. So I was like so happy I got my A1C down. I've been working really hard on that. But my bad cholesterol went up, which was not good, but that was my own fault, because a while back I had got all excited because I dropped my bad cholesterol by 30 points. I was at the gym, I was eating good, and then I stopped taking, I decided I shouldn't have done this, but I decided I wasn't going to take my cholesterol medicine anymore. I didn't need it. And so then my cholesterol went back up. So I am going back on the medicine, and I'm not going to stop it this time. And I was just so mad at myself that I did that. I should have never done that on my own without asking my doctor first. So it was a good appointment, but then it was like I didn't want to hear that part, but it was my own fault. Because sometimes you need that medicine to help control that kind of stuff. Because it's just genetic for some people. Apparently it is for me too. Did I get all the, okay, we have a couple more here. We have 3 more, okay? And we are getting there. Oh yeah, ours is Costco. We don't have a Sam's, but I think they're the same thing. I'm not sure. I've never been in a Sam's Club, but I'm pretty sure it's close to a Costco. And yeah, that ribbon gets me in trouble too. Because for the most part, it's pretty darn good ribbon. I've had a couple that wasn't the best. But I've always had pretty good luck with that ribbon. And I was wondering when the spring ribbon's going to come out. Because I ended up, well, I didn't want to get any more. And then it was clearanced out when I came in there around the holidays. I think it was like $4.99. So of course I had to buy more. They have that cute dog one with all the different dogs on there. I'm dying to use that next year. They have, oh, I didn't know you could, okay, there's a spring ribbon set online. I'm going to have to check it out. No, Free Kelsey, I'm not diabetic. I'm pre-diabetic, and I was nervous about becoming diabetic, so I've been really trying to watch my monitor my A1C and to bring it down. I want to get out of the pre-diabetic range because there was a point where I was right there on the border, and that was a big fear of mine. Because my mother-in-law was diabetic and she had a lot of issues, and my brother's diabetic, and so I just I've been really working hard to get my A1C down. So it's still in the pre-diabetic area, but at least it didn't go up any higher. So I'm happy about that. I'm on the right path with it coming down. Yeah, now, do you need a Sam's card to buy it online? I wonder if Costco sells theirs online. I know, ribbon is the best. Aw, Bonnie, you're so sweet. Ribbon just makes you happy. I don't know, ribbon and mesh. I've been watching people on Facebook. They're all at that Dallas market. And they've been showing the ribbon and the designer ribbon. I've never bought the designer ribbon yet. I just can't quite get myself to pay that. But, oh man, I think if I got it, I'd be nervous to use it. But it is so gorgeous. Like some people's wreaths, the ribbon is like more than the whole wreath. Is what, all that really expensive ribbon they use. Like I can't keep up with that for sure. And, I'll probably do, for the fun of it, maybe have a design or two, but I mostly like to do designs that everybody can do and more affordable kind of thing. Shannon, do you need a Sam's card to order it online, or can anybody order online? Yeah, we don't have Sam's Clubs. We just have Costco's. All right, Lori. We'll see you in a minute. You can pay 10% if you don't have a membership, or you can have, okay. To give you the gift of ribbon. Because that is a lovely gift. That's saying I love you so much. The gift of ribbon. Oh, they give visitor passes, huh? So is Sam's just like a Costco? Or is it like a Walmart? Like a big Walmart? Okay, we're on the last one here. The ribbon's wrong on one of them. Let's see here. Which one? Which one? I'm not seeing it. Are you messing with me? I'm just playing. I just love this mesh. It's really fun to work with that fiber that goes through it. And boy, that wide metallic mesh from my last tutorial, that was so fun to work with. That was the first time I'd ever used that kind of mesh. It almost felt like you're working with plastic or something. It was like kind of crunchy, but it was really pretty, and I definitely will be ordering some more of that. Okay, this is the last one here. They have the same thing, pretty much the same, just has different thing. Okay, that's what I thought, because every time I see people post something about Sam's Club, it looks exactly like Costco. Yeah, I wonder if ours has the spring ribbon out right now. Because you can't beat that price with those spools of ribbon. I mean, they're really nice. And you know, it took a lot of self-control. I was at Michael's the other day trying to find something for a project I was going to do, and I'm not going to have time to do it. So I think I'm going to take the candlesticks back. But they had all the ribbon clearanced in the back corner, all the Christmas ribbon. And I was like, no, Holly, don't. Stay away from the ribbon. Stay away from the ribbon. You put the pink on the burlap. Which one? Did I mess it up? Oh, you're right. Thank you. Thank you, Vonnie, for paying attention, unlike me. So wait, now I'm confused. What did I do? Okay, there we go. Thank you for that. That's what happens when I start talking. I'm not paying attention. Switch those. So yeah, I want to get through that dog print one, and then I'm going, after that, after I get that tutorial done, then we're going to get into the fusing of the different mesh that I bought specifically for that. We're going to fuse, we're going to be making some flowers and doing a lot of fun stuff with different mesh. Then you put the stripes together. Where else did I mess up, Vonnie? I put stripes together. Oh, this one. Is there one? Where else? Okay. So we're just going to get the ribbon situated, and then you could just kind of move your cruffles around to kind of fill in any gaps or spaces. Because this one, it does have gaps and spaces. And that's where I like to add embellishments and just kind of move the cruffles around so they kind of mix in with each other and you can't really see the gaps and spaces. But once you start adding everything, you really don't see any of that. And this mesh is really nice coverage. All right, so we have a base, and we'll flip out all those. See, I can see this corner up here. Sometimes it's hard with the angle that I'm sitting at to see how everything's laying. I hold it up and I can see it better. Okay, so we have that. So now we're going to prep this sign, and I'm going to take the sign out of the bubble wrap. I'm curious about this. I think that might just be there to protect those flowers. I've had this for a long time, but I'm pretty sure it's a standard one that they sell at Dollar Tree every year. Thank you, Bonnie and Kelly. Paper Mart has not, I've never shopped at Paper Mart. Well, that's good to know. I'll have to check them out, Donna. Do they have a clearance section? Man, see, Dollar Tree has cute signs. I don't know what that is on there. Oh, look at how cute those are. We'll have to fluff those up a little bit. That is a cute sign. I mean, even if you're spending $1.75, $1.50, that's a good deal. I like the Dollar Tree signs. Okay, so we're going to, let's see here. So we can either do it in the middle, or I can kind of go a little to the right, and then we can make a bow. And we're going to add embellishments too. So let me get my glue gun ready. We'll get the sign prepped. All right, and then we will be fluffing out ribbons and finishing off these pipe cleaners, which I think I'm going to finish off the pipe cleaners right now, really quick, while this is heating up. So I'm going to go around, get this done. Sometimes I like to keep the pipe cleaners if it's like sparkly pipe cleaners, and I'll just curl them or do like a little spiral, and it just kind of adds to the design. The Nothing Bundt Cake. I want to say yes. I don't know if it's actually called that, but I know that there's some sort of place like that that does just the bundt cakes. My son had one for his birthday, and I should have looked at where that was from. He got it from someone. So I want to say yes. I don't really know. I try to stay away from those kind of places because we're talking about the A1C and all that. Sweets are probably not my friend. And we will get all this ribbon fixed and fluffed out. Hi, Joanne. I know we have that cookie crumble that everyone talks about. Do you guys have that? The crumble cookie? Where they have those like big old crazy cookies. Almost like cake. It's a whole lot of cookie. I know I'm excited for our cruise. I hope the weather is going to be nice. I want a little fun in the sun. Have you all been to Catalina Island before? That's a cute little island. You have the Phyllis, you have the cookie crumble or the bundt? We go, I think the 5th through the 9th. So it'll be here before we know it. This is a 14-inch wire wreath frame. Kelly. This is the Dollar Tree, the 14-inch wire wreath frame. All right, we got the outside almost done, and then I'll just get these finished off, and then we'll move on to the next step. Cookie crumble, yeah. I know they're very popular around here, but like I said, I stay away from that kind of stuff because that'll get me in trouble. I can't have any sweets in my home because it's just a temptation sitting there for me. But I did actually really good. We got a lot of things for like, you know, gifts that people gave us from Christmas. And we had a whole bunch of sweets in the center of the table, and I didn't touch any of it. So I was pretty proud of myself. I'm like, you guys better eat this up and get it out of my face. You went parasailing? Oh, we did too one time, Greta. That was the first time I ever went parasailing, was in Catalina. It was absolutely, it's the most surreal feeling when you're up there like that. I mean, I never felt anything like that. It's so quiet. And yeah, that was a lot of fun. It's so beautiful. And we've been there a couple times on cruises, and we did one where we did the golf cart, where we took the golf cart around the island, and that was really fun. All right, we're almost done here. Yeah, Kelly, I I used to always use my fingers, and I just started using the, what do they call these? I don't even know what they're called. I use these now, and it just saves your hands, and it just makes it so much easier to twist them. Needle nose pliers, that's what they're called. Yeah, I don't know why I never used them before, and I love them. You could just like spin them right down there, and you don't even have to worry about it. All right, I think I got everything. Okay. So we're gonna fluff and fill in gaps and all that kind of stuff in a minute. But right now, let's add the sign, and then we can go from there once we know where our sign is gonna sit. And I think I do want to do a bow for sure. You don't have to do a bow with this, but I think I want to. Let's bring everything kind of down this way. Sometimes it's really hard for me to see at this angle sitting down exactly what it's looking like. So we'll just kind of bring the ribbon down and then make room for our sign here. And we can always trim ribbon as we go along too, because some of this might have to be trimmed down a little bit. It's a little bit long and it's starting to curl a little bit. Okay, let me add the sign. Yeah, they're definitely good for if you have bad fingers, because sometimes it's hard with your hands maneuvering all those pipe cleaners, and they start getting sore. Okay, so let's add this, and I have my felt right here. Oh, I think Turbo escaped on me. I didn't even hear him leave. Oh, thank you, Phyllis. It's really easy. I do have full step-by-step tutorials on my YouTube channel, which can walk you through the process. A lot easier to learn than on a live. But it's a great wreath base. It's very easy, and it always makes a very pretty wreath base. And this is all made of cruffles. You can do a combination too of, I think I'm going to go up and down. You could do a combination of poofs and cruffles, which I've done a few of those too. I'm going to try to speed things up so I don't leave you hanging here. I would always try to get through these fast, and they just never end up fast because it just doesn't. All this stuff takes time. And I'll always just add some scrap. Unless I'm doing a metal sign, I'll use the cable mounts with the E6000 glue. But any of these kind of signs, the wood signs, this is how I always do them. And when you put that felt on top, it really holds, gives it that extra reinforcement. So we're going to let that dry for 1 second. You make it on a lap desk. Oh. Well, that is nice. Yeah. I mean, not nice that you have back pain, but that you've figured out what's comfortable for you, Kelly. Because, yeah, it does. It starts messing with your back, too, when you're sitting up trying to do this stuff. And if you have a bad back already, it makes it even worse. Needle nose pliers. Thank you, Debbie. Okay, I'm just letting this dry and we're gonna add it. I'm probably gonna have to like stand up to kind of figure out where I want this to go. So we could just do it in the center if we wanted to. And I think it looks good in the center too, but we can also go a little off center to give us room to add like a bow or something. Because we're also going to add a few embellishments too. And that's why I like this design, because you can start adding flowers and whatever you want in the design, because there is a lot of spaces. So it's a great design just to start shoving, you know, flowers and make it, you can make it as full and pretty as you want. Aww, Phyllis, I'm sorry to hear about that. Oh, that must have been awful. All right, so let's see here. I did have these that we can add. So we can add some roses. So should we do a bow? This is where I like your guys' opinion. So we can either do it in the center. Let me turn it around. And the ribbon's going to be fluffed out too. So we can either get all the cruffles surrounding your wreath. We could do something like that. And then we can add the flowers and different things around it. Or we can off-center it just a tad and then make a bow that we can add right here and then still add some of these. So basically it's here, because I think it's going to be hard to add a bow unless we did or off-centered. This is where I'm taking you along with the ride. This is the struggle is real sometimes. I think I want to add a bow. Do you think we should add the bow? You like it in the center? Because if we add it in the center, we're not going to really have any room for a bow. And it's not that we don't necessarily need a bow. We could always make one down here at the bottom too. Why don't we do that? Why don't we keep it in the center? A bow. I would like to see it with the bow. I love a good bow. Yeah, we could do, yeah. So that's, yeah. I think we all like a good bow, right? And you're right, Shannon, I could add one here at the bottom, which would be nice. That would be fun. So we could do center with a nice bow here, or we could do off center with a nice bow on the side. And that depends on what kind of bow I'm going to make, where we're going to do it, off center. That's kind of what I was thinking in the beginning. It's a little off center. Let's do that, because I kind of want to make a fancy bow. I'm kind of feeling the bow tonight. So I think we're going to do that, just slightly off center, but just so you know, you have choices. You could do the center and no bow, and then just start adding all your florals and whatever you want to add. Or we can do center, and you could do a pretty bow down here at the bottom with the tails dangling this way. Or we can just go slightly off center, which is what we're going to do. And then we're going to add a bow here and the flowers. So let's do that. So let's add our bow. And try to get all these cruffles up. We just did. And I'm just hooking my pipe cleaners around the wreath frame to get everything where I want. Or another thing we could do too is we can always tilt it, the heart. Let's see what it looks like that. We could do something like that. With the XO like facing you, that would be cute too. I kind of like it like that. Should we do it like that or no? Or should we do it straight up? Or should we tilt it? No, I didn't paint the sign. I'm not that fancy. This is from Dollar Tree. I think I'm going to go up. I'm going to go like that. Just a little tilted. Yeah, this is a Dollar Tree sign that I've had in my stash for quite some time. I like it a little tilted. Because I'm a little tilted. Sorry, I'm just trying to find the right bar in the back to hook it to. Probably be easier just to tilt it upside down so I can see what I'm doing. And then you can always just kind of push your cruffles that way to get them towards the front of the design. Let me see what this looks like first before we do anything else. Okay. Kind of want it a little bit more tilted. Sorry guys, it's a process. This is like behind the scenes kind of stuff of my tutorials. The stuff you don't see me do. Okay, I want it like that. And my back's starting to hurt standing up like that. Okay. Now I just need to get this hooked in here. I'm going to bring it down a little bit further down this way. Okay, just like that is how I want it. Just like that. And I'm going to come around these two bars. Okay, I think that'll be good. Okay. This just isn't cooperating with me right now. It doesn't want to tilt for me. Because I have the pipe cleaners, I probably should have put them on the other side for doing the tilt look. Okay, that's going to work. Let me just loosen this one up a little bit. The struggle is real. Oh, it's a process, I'm telling you. Us crafters, we put the work in. Okay. I wanted it to tilt more. It's not tilting the way that I'm trying to get it to tilt, but I'm just going to have to deal with it. Otherwise, we're going to be a 4-hour live here. Okay, I like that. All right, there we go. So I got, it's giving me a little tilt still. Yeah, he's barking. He probably needs to go outside. Hopefully someone heard me. It's probably someone's home, and then my son's gonna be like, oh my gosh, your live was so long. Because he can't get on. Probably, I don't want anybody using their computer stuff when I'm live. Okay. All right, there we go. So let's, there, that works. And you can see the XO. And then we have this big gap over here where we're going to add, we have that gap. See that gap? We're going to add, our bow is going to cover all of that. So you have options with your signs. All right, so let me just get everything, all my ribbon the way that I want it. And we're going to start adding some roses. And I think I want to use, I think it was up here. I think I want to add some of this too. Yeah, I think you're right, Shannon, but I had already added them because I thought I was going to do it the other way. And I don't want to keep you guys waiting any longer while I'm trying to deal with this sign, but I actually feel like I need to move it. I am so sorry. This is just part of it. I want to get it the way I like it so I can be happy with what I'm trying to do here. Let's add, we are going to have to add, like Shannon's saying, I'm going to have to add 2 up here on these corners just to get it the way I want, get that tilt going. And I appreciate y'all hanging in there for the ride here. The Hollie Hobbies crazy train. And if you're new to my channel, if you could hit that subscribe button right down below, it makes it real easy to subscribe and get to my channel. I know sometimes people try to figure out how to get to my tutorials, and the easiest way is to subscribe and go right under the video tab, and if you scroll, you'll see all my tutorials. Some you have to scroll down further to get to the ones that you want, but there's different seasons of all the seasons. I have different ones. because I send them on YouTube too, the links, and people are saying that the links, they can't open them. So they're trying to get to the tutorial. And I tell them, just, if it's not opening, you can get to it, go to my YouTube channel. And there you will find all the tutorials. That is the easiest way. Okay. Yeah, right, Vonnie. I want to feel good about what I'm doing, and it's going to bother me. That's the kind of stuff that I've talked about before, that I'll sit and it bothers me, and then I have to take it apart. Because if I'm not taking it apart now, you know, when this live's over, I'm going to be taking it apart. So I might as well just get it the way that I want, and I can be happy with it. And I just want that tilt, just like that. I want that tilt like that. And I think that'll be cute. So like this is the front with it like this. The XO will be facing us. So now I could take these pipe cleaners and attach to the sides to get my tilt. And I'll be spending the rest of the night trying to figure out the sign. Okay, this will be the last tilt here, I promise. We're coming in. So many options. Okay, we'll do that. And it just a slight tilt, you know, nothing crazy. Okay, that's making me happy now. I'll be able to sleep tonight. Okay, and now we got 4 pipe cleaners, so that's probably better to secure it anyways. I don't know why it is just not tilting for me. I am putting it on the wrong bars. See, this is what I cannot have happen. I got to iron everything out before I do that live on for that summit. I got to make sure that I'm not struggling with a sign like this. I probably should have just done it in the center and then okay, right there is where I want it. Don't move, sign. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to go through these bundles is what it is and get it more up here. Okay, don't move on me. You know, I'm about ready just to put it on the, put it straight here if I can't get it this time. I'm sorry, you have to watch me fumble with this sign. Hey, Kaden, no, you haven't missed the live. I'm just struggling trying to get this sign on the way I want it. It's what I've been doing for like the last 20 minutes here. Okay, so that should work. This over here. You got kicked off, Phyllis? All right, Deb, we'll see you later. I know it's my lives are just out of control. You have a good night and we'll see you next time. And I'll share this on Facebook. I'm almost with the sign here. I'll always share the live on Facebook the next day. All right, I think that's about as good as it's gonna get. I can't get this to tilt for the life of me here. I can't get it on the right bars. Sorry. Good night. No, Lady Rivers had to go. She had a doctor's appointment tomorrow. It really shouldn't be this difficult to hook a sign. And I'm sorry that this has taken me so long to do. I can't do anything normal. I gotta have it tilted. Okay, there we go. All right. And it's not going to matter if you see this one because we're going to be adding a bow. So I'm going to stretch this over here. And then we're going to make the bow. Thank you, Lori. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you, this really... Yes, thank you, Poof by Designs. Yes, it's real life here. There's no editing and fast forwarding and... This is just really messing with me right now. Okay. I'm going to come up a little bit higher here. The struggle is definitely real tonight. Okay. I think the more I mess with it, the more it's just becoming worse. See, it's not tilting. It is just, okay, you know what I could have done? I could have just added it and then just tilted the wreath. But, you know, that would have been way too easy, right? Okay, there we go. All right. Okay. All right, here we go. Back to the bow and embellishments. Yeah, I know. But, you know, I have to make things difficult because that's just who I am. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I could have just added it straight and then tilted it to get it the way I wanted, but... Okay, I am done struggling with this sign. Let's get it all connected. And whichever way it looks right now is the way that it's going to stay. And this was the fourth one right here. Okay, we're done with the sign. Oh, thank you, Kaden. I'm glad that you found us tonight. And thank you for all the sweet messages on YouTube. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do the fun stuff. We're going to add our flowers and add the bow. And that's what kind of brings it all to life. Okay, we did it. We got the bow, or got the sign attached. Now the ribbon's all messed up, but that's okay. We can always straighten out the ribbon. All right, so let's go. What I like to do for these kind of wreaths is add the embellishments, like usually in the center of these, the ribbon bundles. I mean, you can add them wherever you want, but usually that's where I end up adding them. And some of this ribbon I'm going to take down a little bit shorter down here at the ends. Okay. And I missed this pipe cleaner. Let me finish this off. Just we're flip-flopping it around and it's messing up all my ribbon. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some of this greenery done. And then we're going to do a bow. Of course, Kaden. Yes, yes, we have a Valentine's Day theme. We are adding some roses. And we're going to just add some fun embellishments. I think I have some hearts somewhere, some pink hearts. I love the mini roses from Michael's. Those are always a good when they go on sale for like $1.99 a bundle. It's a good deal. Thank you, Kaden. We're getting there. I was struggling there with the sign, but we're getting there. We're getting to the fun stuff now, which is always my favorite part, is the embellishment. And these were fun. I think I just picked these up, actually. I think I got these from Michael's when I was looking. I really wanted to do a candlestick with the big heart on it, with the florals and the bow, but I'm just not going to have time. And I spent too much time trying to find candlesticks. And now I feel like I just kind of lost the window for that. So I'll save that for next year. But I'll do the same thing with the eggs, because I had wanted to do that last year, and I bought the eggs, I bought the candlesticks, and I never quite got around to doing that one. Because I think those are fun little centerpieces to do. Uh-oh, my window, here's Turbo. I'm losing my opportunity here. My window is shrinking. I know. You want my attention, huh? Oh, now he's got to tear up his bed. Turbo, Thank you. Okay. So I think it's better if we do the bow first. And then we can add the embellishments. So let's make a quick bow, and then just to give you an idea, we're just going to start sticking flowers, florals, whatever we want around our design, and we'll hot glue them. And then we've got these cute little roses. We'll throw some in there, and it just will kind of add just a really fun little touch to our design. Yes, the candlestick, that would be a fun one for Mother's Day. I really wanted to do it, and I just I wanted to do it last year with the Easter and I just couldn't quite get to it. But that's the fun part, is when you pull those tubs out, you have all that stuff and you don't have to go look for it. All right, let me do the bow and then we are going to embellish it. And we're going to wrap this up here in no time at all. I'm sorry, I know these get a little carried away sometimes, and I probably should plug in my glue skillet. And it looks like we lost the little flower off there, which we'll glue that back. Okay, let me get my bow maker. I like to save these for future crafting. And now we're just going to tie it all in with our bow, with all the stuff that we already did. And that was it. Okay. Oh, thank you, Phyllis. Well, sometimes I feel bad, like it's just going on, and people are probably like, when is this going to finish? This lady going to finish this wreath? Because I know with the different time zones, it's very late for some of you. And let's do a pipe cleaner and a zip tie. Okay. So let's do a bow, and we'll have kind of like a long tail, and we can always trim the tails up. I want to make this the right size. I was kind of disappointed with my Valentine one. I should have made that bow a little bit bigger. And that was the one that I was up till 2 in the morning trying to get that tutorial finished. And I had already done the bow tutorial. And I was like, I can't redo that bow. There's just no way. But I wish I would have made that just a little bit bigger. I love this ribbon. It's that burlap ribbon. I always get it when it goes on sale at Hobby Lobby in the fall section, when it's clearanced out. It's a great ribbon, and you can use it all year round, which is nice. Kaden, thank you for the heart and the jewels. I appreciate that, my friend. That's so sweet. Thank you. Yes, I love this ribbon too. Poof Designs. You can use it for just any season of the year. I just love it. It's so versatile. Yeah, I like to have my bow maker. It just makes it easier for me to make bows. All right, Kaden, we'll see you later. Glad you were able to pop in and say hi. We'll see you later. Thank you, Bonnie. Thank you, Kelly. I appreciate that. It's taken me a long time to get comfortable with my bows. That has probably been the biggest struggle for me is getting confidence in my bows. But I'm getting a lot better. I'm getting more, I've been practicing a lot more, and I'm really starting to embrace the bow making journey. I'm from California. Where are you from? Bye, Carla. We'll see you next time. Thanks for joining. Hope to see you next time. It's fun doing bows when you have pretty ribbon. See, there's no way I can hold that big stack in my hands without my hand hurting. From India, welcome. Welcome, Priya. Nice to have you. Yes, it's very expensive. It's a very expensive addiction, that's for sure. I used to try to do a lot of my tutorials with Dollar Tree ribbon, but it's just, it's better, it's easier, and a better quality ribbon is just such a joy to work with. But I do have a lot of Dollar Tree tutorials and things like that on there where I'm using Dollar Tree supplies, and I have, I very much enjoy doing Dollar Tree crafts. And we'll just do a little one in the center. And now we're going to fluff this baby out, add it to our wreath. And then we're going to embellish it a little bit, and we're going to be able to wrap this up. In the meantime, I'm going to plug my glue skillet in and get that warmed up. And it's always hard to get to this plug down here. All right. Now that's a stack. Look at that. That is a huge stack of ribbon. And it's all pretty thick, so it's going to be, let me just get that out of the way, get my zip tie in there. I'm just going to try to remove this baby here. As long as it doesn't shift on me, I'm good. And we'll get our cable tie. And I'm just going to throw a pipe cleaner in the back. Give us something to connect it with. You can use floral wire. Get this out of the way. Well, it's a mess in here, so that means it's been a successful crafting night. Thank you, Priya. It's going to look better once we start fluffing it out. And I'm going to add it to my little fluffing box, which is just a big box that holds it. That's all it is. But I love it because it's too hard for me to do everything holding it in my hand. And this part is another thing, just like the sign, it's going to take a little bit to get this fluffed out. This kind of stuff can't be rushed. Because this is where the magic starts happening. I'm not sure if I've ever seen a Mendy design, Priya. I don't know what that is. Can you explain that to us? I'll have to look that up and see what that is. Okay. I will check it out for sure. We're getting there. And then we're going to add this to our wreath. And then we can cut the tails and curl the tails when we get it added. Thank you, Priya. Sometimes it takes a little bit to get everything fluffed out. I'm trying to get it off this box. There we go. Okay. We're getting there. It's getting there. Thank you. All right. Okay, so I think I like that. It's all fluffed out, and then we'll finish off those tails in just a minute and give them the final finishing look, which is that curl that makes it all come together. Okay, so there we have our bow. All right, and so now we're going to add it. Thank you, Doyla. All right, so we were doing the tilted look here. And let's add that. I want that tilted like that, so I'm going to add it. I hate to cover up all that ribbon that we just worked hard on adding, but you know, it is what it is. And we'll add the bow right around there. Oh yeah, I know what the henna is. I love the henna. Where they, oh, I love that art that they put on you before the wedding. Yeah. Henna. But I'm not sure what the other thing is. I'll have to look at the picture. Okay. All right. We are getting there. Okay, so let me go ahead and finish off the tails of this bow. I guess that's why a lot of people do the two-part series. Maybe I should start doing the lives like that, where we do part 1 and part 2. Okay. All right, so we have our bow added. I'm probably just going to have to maybe get it hooked on here a little bit better. I'm going to go over a few wreath bars to give it more stability. Okay. So I'm going to secure the bow, and then we're going to add. Bye, Bonnie. We'll see you later. I'll share the finished wreath tomorrow on Facebook. Thanks for coming in. All right, so this is what we have so far. And now we're going to fill it up Aw, Tam Sturvo, I love that. Thank you. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you, Kelly and Paula and Priya, Doyla, Clara. Thank you, everyone. Yes, hard work pays off. That was, that sign was really kicking me in the behind tonight. Okay. Let me just take a peek at it. All right. So now let's add all the fun stuff. Well, the bow's fun too, but now let's add those beautiful roses and stuff, and then fix all this ribbon that's kind of flying all over the place. All right. And I had that little piece that came off that rose, and I don't know where it went. There it is. I better get out my silicone mat because this can make a mess. Oh, Misty Blue, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. I release a new tutorial every Sunday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I go live once a week. I try to go live every Thursday, but sometimes I'm going to have to switch up the Thursdays and do a Wednesday instead. But I always schedule all my lives. All right, now you're all going to have to bear with me. Sometimes this stuff really takes me a while, but I'm going to try to speed it along here. This is where I like to really have fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of get everything the way I want it first. And then we're going to come back in with the glue skillet. And this is the fun part. I love the embellishing. And you just go for it. Thank you, Priya. Happy to have you here. I appreciate that. And I've been doing it a few years now, so if you scroll through my tutorials, you can you'll go through a few seasons of them. So you'll always, hopefully there'll be something that catches your eye between all the ones that I've done. Ooh, those mini roses are so pretty. So I like just to put everything down first, and then I'll come back in and glue it, because I'm always changing my mind with how I want things. But I think this is the part that just kind of ties this whole wreath together, is the embellishments. And I think I'm going to have enough roses to come in there with, and we only have to do like right around this area. And then this is going to be it. We're going to wrap up this design. We are getting all wild and crazy tonight. Holly is standing up out of the craft chair. The bigger these designs get, it's hard to see when you're sitting down. That's where I need one of those little easels. But I don't think I could craft like that. I'm always used to crafting sitting down at the craft table, so I think I would have a hard time with one of those easels. I don't know. I guess I shouldn't knock it until I try it, right? And you can never stuff this enough, I mean, this is the fun part. Yes, I have a lot of very fun, easy designs. I like to do a lot of cutesy fun. We do a lot of flowers with deco mesh, and I'm going to be starting to do a lot of fusing of mesh to create different color palettes. So we're gonna be doing a lot. I had a shipment of flowers that or a shipment of mesh that I got to be able to do all these fun creations. And we're going to be hitting the ground running this year. I got a lot of really fun designs coming up. And we always do something. We come up with something every week for the live. Do you think you could take him out? Okay, so let's go ahead, and I like that. We're gotten all kinds of pretty flowers in here. So let's go ahead and glue those in. Good night, Donna. We'll see you later. And another thing I like to do, which I haven't really got anything in a while, that might be too dark, is I like to get these stickers from Hobby Lobby, and that's how I cover up these holes. And I already have a big one off of there. Let's see if we can. I don't usually use the holes in the sign, and I like to cover them up, and this is a great option. They have all these different stickers, and I'll usually add a little dab of hot glue too, and it just covers up those holes. All right. The one thing I'll probably end up doing is loosening the sign. I'm not going to put you all through that, and maybe raise it up a little bit, but that's pretty much all I'm going to end up doing outside this live. So now we're just going to glue all of our goodies in. And this is the part that I love to do. I love this part. And if you don't have a hot glue skillet, I highly recommend getting one. They are a little messy. That's why I have this crafting mat right here, because you know, you can, when you dip it, it could get over your design. So just make sure you have something. And I always have all of these linked in my Amazon store. All the crafting supplies that you see me use are all linked in my Amazon store. I get a lot of people that ask about the wood burner tool, which one I use, the tempered glass, all of that is linked in my Amazon store. And let's add a little. This is my favorite part of wreath making, is this part. I mean, sometimes I'll sit, it'll take me a while to really get my design the way I want it. That's why I like to place everything first before I start hot gluing. And if you all that are hanging in with me right here as we're getting ready to wrap up this design, if you could all give this live a thumbs up, it helps me and my channel. YouTube will push my content out to more people, which is where we want to be as a content creator. We want to get our stuff out there for everyone to see. And it just helps me and my channel. I've worked really hard to grow my channel. This February, it'll be my 4th year on YouTube, And I've worked really, really, really hard at it, and I appreciate the love and the likes and the comments and all of that. It just helps me grow as a content creator. And I appreciate you all hanging in there with me while I struggled with that sign. You know, I wanted to sleep tonight, and I wouldn't be sleeping. I'd be thinking about that sign. I love these mini roses. And I know Michael's is starting to put out some of their spring florals. But boy, does this glue skillet make it so much easier when you're doing this kind of stuff. And my battery is getting low on my iPad, so we're still doing good on the phone though. You know it's a long live when your batteries are getting low. But I really appreciate everybody being here and supporting me and my YouTube journey. Doyla, if you go to my YouTube bio, there'll be a link there that will take you to like my link tree. It's called Links VIP, and that will have a drop down of my Amazon store, my Etsy store. I forget how many links are on that one, but you can find it there, and you can always go to any of my YouTube tutorials, and if you open up the description section, I'll have the link as well. But you could access it from my bio, and that'll get you all of those. Did I do that one? And I try to link everything that I use in there. And I'm always adding stuff. I'm definitely going to be working on my store a little bit more this year. And adding some new categories and things like that. I have a lot of goals this year that I want to make happen for my store, my website, all that kind of stuff. All right, let me just make sure we don't need to add any more. Let me hold it up. Let me add just a little bit more up this way. And we are going to wrap up this design. And then if you have any tails, you can just, you know, spruce those up a little bit. We've been kind of maneuvering this a lot, so the tails got a little, some of them got messed up. But you just go through your design and make it this is the part where you just fluff everything, get your ribbons turned the right way. And I'll do a little bit more of that off camera before I take a picture tomorrow. And let me just add a little bit more greenery right there. I love any of this kind of stuff with the white flowers. It's so good as fillers. If you've ever seen my tulip wreath tutorial, I add this the white in with the tulip bundles, and it looks so pretty. It's a great little filler. And we're almost done here. Yeah, thank you, Doyla, for asking. Night, Donna. We'll see you next time. And we're just about done here, folks. We're going to wrap this up. Let me just add a couple more here. And I think we used up all of our roses. And let me just stand up. Look at everything. Make sure I don't burn myself with the glue skillet. And I had so much fun crafting with you all tonight. Thank you for hanging in there with me while I struggled with that sign. And I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. Don't want to mess with my glue skillet here. And that completes our design for today. I will just, you know, fluff up the ribbon a little bit. If I need to add any more greenery, I'll add a little bit more. Oh, I think I used it. I'm going to use this last little sprig right over here. All right. There it is. So I got the tilt. I got the tilt and the bow, and I hope that you just all had fun watching me struggle. Thank you for hanging in there with me, because you know, sometimes the struggle is real, and this is real time. This is live. There's no editing, fast forwarding, all that good stuff. So that is why these lives take some time, because crafting takes time. And I hope that you all enjoyed crafting and spending the time with me tonight. And I really appreciate your love and support of my channel. And thank you for showing up and cheering me on. And if you're new to my channel, if you hit that subscribe button right down below, it'll take you right to my YouTube channel. I have a lot of tutorials. I really love cutesy fun, and I love little glam stuff like this. So I do a little bit of everything. And if you all are new to my channel, I release a new tutorial every Sunday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and you can catch me live once a week. I try to go live on Thursdays. There will be some other lives that I'll switch and do Wednesday instead of Thursday coming up, but I will always schedule my lives so you know when I'll be going live. And if you have your notifications on, you'll be alerted as well. So you all have a wonderful night, and thank you for watching Hollie Hobbies, from my heart to yours. Bye. Good night.